Some of my favorite parts about Ethiopia and training here are the eucalyptus forests. They're so beautiful. I love zigzagging around them with the runners here, and yeah, I think just like the wildness of it. I think for in the U.S. it's really easy for everything to be very controlled and run on really even surfaces all the time. But for me, this really challenges me to run on tough hills at 10,000 feet and on uneven surfaces. I feel like I can understand why the runners here are really good at cross country because most of the workouts feel like a cross country race to me. But also I love just the kindness, hospitality of the people here, and just like, yeah, they're just so humble and so like, yeah, I just really love the culture, really like, and immediately connected with the culture. I think my very first run here, I ran up Mountain Toto and I got to the top to this church and I was kind of just taking it all in. And these young adults were eating around a big plate of injera and they were like, come join us. And they were like feeding me with their hands and they were like, this is our culture. Like, and I was like, wow, this is so special, you know, like something that wouldn't happen in the US. So yeah, those are some of my favorite parts about being here. If you're considering training in Ethiopia, my advice would be definitely do it. I really have loved it. I think a lot of people are shy away from it, maybe go to Kenya instead because of the language barrier, but there's definitely people that can help guide your process. And for me, it was, I've trained a lot in East Africa, and this is my favorite place. This is my home. And so I think it's a really unique opportunity to experience a culture that they've retained their heritage for so long, having never been colonized. And I think that's what's really special. You get to experience like the language and the culture that they've maintained for a really long time and they're really proud of. And so it's something that I look back on my life. I know I treasure my time here like as one of like the highlights of my life so far. I was running, yeah, last Sunday I did a 42-kilometer run in Sandafa. I started out with the group, but I got dropped at some point. They're amazing on that road. It's so tough. It's hilly. It's 8,500 feet. So I ended up just keep going, finishing on my own. But for me, that was really good training for Boston Marathon, which is what I'm preparing for next. Boston, you know, it's a women's only start. A lot of times it gets strung out at times. You have to be able to, even if you're in second or third place, you might be running a lot of those miles alone. So it's really good to kind of practice what you're going to tell yourself out there, like how are you going to keep yourself going, what are the mantras you're going to use. And it wasn't that hard because I just enjoy the scenery. I enjoy like dodging the bajajes and stray dogs and cars whizzing past you. There's just so much going on there compared to in the US. It's really taught me how to like keep my peace because at first, when I first started training on the roads there, it was so chaotic. It was really, you know, you're already struggling at these really high altitudes to keep up with these amazing runners, and then you're managing all this chaos around you. But to me, that's really helped me as a competitor. Then you get in a race, and the chaos of the race doesn't feel anything like what you've trained with. So it's made me mentally stronger. My goals for this season are Boston Marathon. I'd love to place higher than I've ever placed there. I really love that race, and I feel like I haven't quite gotten to run my full potential in that race so far. And yeah, I think it's just continuing to explore like how good I can be. Like I'm turning 42 this year, but I actually feel like I can run my best races, and I really just am excited to keep mining out my potential. And especially while I can do that, right? You're not gonna be able to get faster forever, probably in your 40s. So just definitely like seeing how fast I can be when I can. I'm really excited for this Asics team here in Ethiopia to have the support of Asics. They're really the best shoes out there. They've supported me for 20 years, kept me healthy. I've had relatively very few injuries in my career, and I attribute that a lot to their quality products. And I'm really excited these athletes will get to benefit from that, as well as their loyalty as a company. And yeah, it's been, you know, I think my career would have been much shorter had I not signed with Asics right out of college. I feel incredibly blessed to have worked with them so long and be part of the Asics family. And it was really great to meet an extension of my Asics family here and these future champions. I can't wait to see what they do as they progress in their careers. Yeah, I do have a strong connection with Ethiopian runners. Obviously my 4 kids are Ethiopian, so that ties your heart to a place like nothing else will. This is their motherland, and I think just the process of getting to know them here every other month while we're in the adoption process just made me love this place so much. And the people, they're so hospitable. They'll always invite you into their home for a coffee ceremony, and I think I'd come from places where they'll give you a ride somewhere, then they ask for a ton of money, whereas here it was like they just want to help you. They'll give you a ride and then try to give them money, and they're like, no, we love having foreigners here. And to me that really like meant a lot. And just getting to train with the team here for so long, that was really special. Just I've never seen another foreigner with this team, and so to be able to be a guest and be welcomed when I really had nothing to offer, like I was really benefiting from it, but they were so welcoming to me, and I really learned a lot from training with them. So I feel a strong connection. Even when I'm out at the races, I love getting to see the other Ethiopian runners, to practice my Amharic with them and make sure I don't forget it. And it's a special culture. My husband and I started the Hallsteps Foundation back in 2009 because I've always been really passionate about helping people in extreme poverty. It's something that bothers me every day, especially when I'm here in Ethiopia. You see it every day, like the struggle to survive is all around. And to me, it's just crazy when there's more than enough in the world, that there are people like starving to death, like suffering. There's over 60,000 kids living on the street in the capital city alone here in Addis Ababa. And that's just crazy when like there's so much excess in other areas of the country. And so we've really tried, both through my race winnings as well as other runners fundraising, to be able to help orphaned and street children here in Ethiopia. And we've been able to fund like a home for homeless girls, and they're coming off the streets. They're having a safe place where the streets, they can be exploited in all these ways, and it's providing job training for them. We're also promoting like local adoption, like encouraging other Ethiopians to adopt like we did. And it really doesn't cost as much as it does in the US, but that cost can be difficult for some Ethiopian families. So just making it so that if they want to adopt, they can. And some other projects. So we would love your support. It's the Hallsteps Foundation, and our website's thestepsfoundation.org.